So, unless you've been living under a rock, you've seen how the stock market has totally collapsed the last couple of days. And you also know that there is one person to blame. His name, Donald J. Trump, our president. Now, we also know that his tariffs are absolutely disastrous. And not only are they disastrous because of the future consequence of prices increasing, but they are already a absolute disaster. And we actually saw today on Fox News a very fascinating interview with a business owner. And this business owner really gave Trump the what's what on how his tariffs are increasing prices. But before we get to that interview, my name is Matt Rain. I'm the host of the Make It Rain show here on YouTube. If you could smash that like button, give me a subscribe, that would be really helpful. I'm posting political videos, news videos every single day, so I give you all the latest and you stay up to date. But let's check out that video from Fox News and see how Maria Bartiromo gets really, really upset at the end of it. Here it is.
Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram.
Yeah.
Impact.
Dramatic. I sold order for a customer, $80,000 truck. It's $100,000 now. So he's not going to buy the truck. It's going to sit on my lot at the higher interest rates we're paying right now for floor plan, and nobody's going to buy the truck because it just had a $20,000 price increase.
Right. Kelley Blue Book will put the number up. They say the average vehicle will go up by about $3,000. Does it sound right to you?
No, it will not. We don't have the broad stroke. We don't have the linear, the tight strokes. But to me, it's a 25% tariff. So that affects our parts that come from over these countries, and a whole bunch of our cars.
And you've been basing your business model on free trade, basically. This is what the American Automakers Policy Council says, Maria, in response to this. They say our American automakers invested billions in the U.S. to meet the requirements of the current free trade agreement. They shouldn't have their competitiveness undermined by tariffs that'll raise the cost of building vehicles in the U.S. and stymie investment in the American workforce while competitors from the outside of North America benefit. The German, there's no tariff on the German cars coming in now.
No, they're
Japanese.
They're going to be okay, but think about it. We built our business around that. The OEMs built their business around that, and now it changes on a dime, and we can't build a $4 billion plant overnight in the United States. So I think building in the United States is great. I think enhancing the participation from the other countries on the other things, but this is pretty radical.
I hear you. There you go, Maria, where the rubber meets the road here.
All right, great. Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, exactly. Jeff, thank you. Thank you so much. Jeff Flock at the Dodge Ram plant. Not plant. It's not a plant, Chris. They're selling cars. Thank you, dealership. But you know what? Let me ask you this, okay?
Yes.
How many Dodge Rams do you see driving around Europe? Okay. How many Dodge Rams do you see driving around India? I mean, not many, I bet. Why? Because they don't buy our cars. And that's what President Trump is trying to change. Maybe Dodge should start building them here and selling them here.
Yeah, so that guy is absolutely correct. He's trying to sell a vehicle for $80,000. Trump's tariffs come in, and it's $100,000, right? And the thing is, it is Econ 101. You should learn this when you're a senior in high school in your macroeconomics class, right? The reality that when you put tariffs on products, those costs get passed down to the consumer. And, it's not like these are tariffs that are targeted towards a specific industry, like steel or like soybeans. No, these are across the board, broad tariffs that will have the impact of raising prices on all consumers. Now, I see a lot of Republicans try to deflect this reality away from Trump, right? Do anything that they can to protect Donald Trump. Am I right? But they say, well, one, these are just temporary, right? These tariffs are temporary. They're not actually going to do anything. And then two, some of them have even said that, well, yes, there might be some pain, but in the long run, it's better. Interesting because, of course, during Biden's term, every single price increase that happened, they blamed on Joe Biden, right? No matter what the actual cause or consequence of the price increase was. But now that it's happening under Trump because of a direct action that Trump has taken, it's okay. All right. But really, these Republicans are deflecting. It's not going to work out well for them because you have a lot of business owners like the one you just saw from Fox News really upset about these tariffs and really upset that they have to pass these costs to consumers and they're not going to be making as much money because they have to pass these costs on to consumers. And don't just take a business owner's word for it on Fox News. Take the CEO of Target, Brian Cornell. Brian Cornell speaking today about how Trump's tariffs will increase prices for consumers. Here he is.
Those are categories where we'll try to protect pricing, but the consumer will likely see price increases over the next couple of days.
Over the next couple of days, so those go
are
in
really
instantaneously?
short supply chains. You think about all the fresh produce.
Yeah.
We depend on Mexico during the winter. We're going to try to make sure we can do everything we can to protect pricing. But if there's a 25% tariff, those prices will go up.
And yeah, look, Brian Cornell, exactly right. The reality is that these tariffs will increase prices for consumers. And Brian is not some mega lib. He's not out there to hate Trump or get Trump. He's there to make Target a successful, profitable business. And he is acknowledging in very plain, matter-of-fact terms that these tariffs will increase prices for consumers who shop at Target on goods ranging from toys to firewood to pencils to everything in between. Because when you levy a 25% tariff on all goods, you're going to increase the cost and price of the vast majority of those goods. So really just a shameful couple of days for Donald Trump. The stock market has responded accordingly. And I thought this tweet from former Republican Congressman Adam Kinzinger was funny. He reposted a Donald Trump tweet from 2012 that you can see there on your screen that he said, well, if a president has the stock market drop under their watch 1,000 points over 2 days, they should be impeached. Well, 2012 Donald Trump, I agree with you there. But really just shameful stuff. It should not be happening. And the last thing I'll say just to wrap up is that this is just so wholly unnecessary, right? I think that's the worst part about this whole exercise. This trade war, this tiff with our allies and trading partners, Mexico and Canada, just simply did not need to happen. But it happened because of the whims of one delusional, deranged man, the President of the United States, Donald Trump. So, look, it remains to be seen exactly what will happen in the weeks or months or years to come. But what we can almost be guaranteed of is that if these tariffs stay in place, prices will increase. Again, that is not liberal propaganda. That is an economic fact. Prices will increase. But for all the latest news and politics, I'll be sure to keep you up to date. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you next time on The Make It Rain Show.